The thing is, when you're young and your first album's coming out, that's pretty damn exciting. There's nothing like it in the world. After you've spent a long time preparing for this, writing and recording, signing your contract, getting the contract, absolutely amazing time. But then when the album actually comes out and you get a copy in your hands, there's nothing like that feeling in the world. Of course, we were signed to a pretty weird record company. They weren't the greatest, that's probably an understatement. They were tight-fisted. I mean, bands after that, everyone seemed to get massive advances when they signed their first contract. We never got a penny, of course. We never thought to ask. And, I don't know what they did in those days, whether everyone else was getting them and we weren't, probably. But anyway, we never got a penny. And you probably find this hard to believe, but when our album came out, or our singles, the record company never gave us a copy. Okay, yep, that's true. We had to go out and buy our own. That's why I think I've only got two upstairs. One I bought and one my missus bought. And she swears it's hers. I don't know, the jury's out on that, but she says it's hers and she's threatening to sell it any day soon to pay for a foreign holiday somewhere. But anyway, what the point is that here we are, 56 years later. 56 years later, and the thrill of getting your new record out hasn't diminished at all. I mean, it's still fantastic after all this time because of the amount of work that goes into it. And this particular album I could never have done at all. I mean, I've released, I don't know, 19, 20 albums of my own, or with other collaborators like Asteroid Number 4, and Damien Youth, Mike Dole, Derek Head, all these people have helped me along the way. But Mark Mortimer has come up with this amazing album, which he invited me to collaborate with. And it's been an absolute joy. It's been going on for several years now. Most of it was written and recorded during the damn lockdown, which seems ridiculous now when you look back on it, doesn't it? But here it is, it's finished, and the thrill of actually holding the album in your hands hasn't diminished. As I say, it's still fantastic. I know the CD has gone out already, but we've had a delay on the vinyl because of the majors have suddenly realized that there's a market out there for vinyl. They were slow to catch up, but now they've swamped the manufacturers with their massive orders. So smaller companies, small independent companies have got orders in for 1,000 or 2,000, then get pushed out because the majors want their orders first. So that's why this has been delayed for, I think it's a few months now. But it's due out next month, September, end of September. But you can order it now, and you might well get your copy because they have now been delivered to the label. Think like a key in America. So if you order it now, you might well get it straight away anyway. But the point is, wow, to hold it in your hands and to have that same thrill that you had as a 21-year-old kid, which is what we were at the time. Like I say, it's still fantastic. And most of it is down to Mark. I mean, Mark Mortimer and his army of musicians are behind this. I've done my little bit with the lyrics and a few melodies and, you know, different odds and ends. But it's all down to Mark, really. And I'm very proud of this album. It's, you know, that when you put a new album out, you often think, oh, wow, I think this is my best album. And I've always done that. You can't help it when you release an album. You know, you've worked hard on it. You've progressed. You know, your writing has changed. Your recording techniques have changed. And you tend to think, I think most musicians feel the same, wow, the new one is actually better than anything I've done before. But this is pretty good. So let's have a look. Yeah, that's the cover. The cover image is by a guy called Craig Whitehead, That's courtesy of Unsplash, where he uploads his images, and I thought that was absolutely perfect for the album Running Through Chelsea. It's a beautiful image. I've tweaked it a bit with some textures, but otherwise that's Craig's image. And then inside you've got the delicious vinyl. Look at this, look, there it goes. Lovely vinyl. I know people like the CDs as well, and the CDs are great. I can't tell the difference between CD audio and vinyl audio because I haven't got a right ear anymore. It's gone years ago. Totally deaf in there. So I don't know the difference between vinyl and CD. All I know is that the album sounds good to me, and those of you who've got the CD, hopefully you're enjoying it, and it's a great format. It's handy, it's tiny, you can shove it in a drawer or in the car or whatever. But for those old school guys like me, you can't beat holding a vinyl album. There's nothing like it. And this one, of course, comes with all the lyrics. There we are. Oh, there's the deadly duo there. Look down the bottom. It comes with all the lyrics, and then a complete credit list of the 200 musicians that that played on it as well, alongside Mark. And there's Craig's little man running away in the distance, running off into Chelsea. So yeah, I'm extremely pleased with this album. So as I say, you can order it now. It'll probably come. The good news is that Mark and I are already a couple of tracks into a next album, which we're excited about. It's slower going this time. When we did Running Through Chelsea, like I say, it was a lot of it was during lockdown, so we had hours and hours we could just indulge ourselves and record. And most of it was done remotely at that time. Of course, it's been a bit different since then. I mean, we did record some tracks down in Glastonbury with Michael Tyack, Time and Tide, but the new one is coming along as well. That would be good. And I'd like to say obviously a big thank you to Mark, Donald, Ross Skinner and Rick Rio in America, and of course to Roger Houdale at Think Like a Key Music in America, who stepped up to the mark and is brave enough to put this out for us. It's not easy nowadays. There's so much music comes out all the time, and it's difficult to stand out from the crowd. But you people have really stood by us over the years with Kaleidoscope and Fairfield Parlour, with my own solo stuff, and following Mark with Mark's various bands. And I'd like to thank you for actually being interested in this album as well. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's vinyl, it's CD, it's download as well. I love it. Mark loves it. I hope you love it. Thank you. Thanks very much.